You know, that little whisper of an idea, maybe a story, or a project you want to build.
That spark, yeah. We've all felt it.
But then almost immediately the doubts start, don't they? The what ifs, the I'm not good enough.
And the spark just sort of fades.
Exactly. It feels like seeing something amazing, but then it just slips away, leaves you thinking, what could that have been?
That tension is so real.
Yeah.
The excitement versus the fear.
That's precisely what we're diving into today, that push and pull. And we're using Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert as our guide.
It's such a common experience, isn't it? That creative rush, meeting that internal resistance almost instantly.
It seems fundamental, really, when you try anything new.
Yeah, anything uncertain.
And like, this isn't just for people who call themselves artists, right?
Oh, definitely not.
This deep dive into Big Magic, it's really for anyone. Anyone who's felt that flicker of an idea, who wants more courage, more vibrancy in their life.
It's like a personal journey, using her insights to find a more creative, maybe more wonder-filled way of living.
It's about tapping into her wisdom, and being more open to our own potential.
And it really goes to the core of our relationship with ourselves, doesn't it? Our capacity for growth.
It does. The main challenge is often that internal conflict. You got this great idea pulling you forward.
But then the anxiety kicks in about your abilities, about failing.
That's the heart of it. You get that flash, that possibility, and boom, the inner critic starts. Can you really do this?
Is it good enough?
Yeah. You're battling perfectionism before you even start, questioning if you even have the right to try.
And society often plays into that, doesn't it? This idea that creativity is like reserved for a special few.
The artistic geniuses.
Right. So where do these limiting beliefs even come from, and how much do they hold us back?
Exactly. And that's where Big Magic is so powerful, it offers a different story.
It challenges those limits head on.
Okay, so let's get into one of her big concepts. This idea that ideas themselves are sort of alive, that they actively seek us out.
It's a fascinating way to think about it. Gives ideas their own agency, almost.
Like they want to be made real.
Yeah, it shifts things. It's not just us trying to create from nothing. We might actually be chosen by an idea.
She tells this amazing story, doesn't she? About a novel idea set in the Amazon.
Oh, yeah. She felt a strong pull, worked on it for a bit.
But then set it aside. Didn't pursue it.
And years later, a friend of hers, Ann Patchett, writes a novel.
With a strikingly similar premise.
Yeah.
Even down to specific details. It's uncanny.
It really makes you think about those gut feelings, those intuitive nudges differently.
Right. Maybe that inspiration isn't just random brain noise. Maybe it's something looking for a partner.
A collaborator.
So the takeaway is maybe be more receptive. Tune into those little prompts.
See them as potential partnerships, not just fleeting thoughts.
And, thinking of ideas this way can kind of help with the self-doubt, too.
How so?
Well, if an idea doesn't work out, maybe it's not you failing. Maybe the idea just wasn't the right fit for you. Or you weren't right for it right now.
Ah, I see. It externalizes it a bit, frees you up to let it go without taking it so personally.
Yeah. You become less the sole creator and more like a conduit, a vessel.
A potential host for ideas seeking expression. That fits.
Okay, another idea from the book that really struck me is about curiosity versus passion.
Ah, yes. The pressure to find your passion.
Exactly. It's everywhere. But Gilbert suggests curiosity might actually be, well, more useful, at least at the start.
It feels almost magical, doesn't it? But it makes sense. Passion can feel huge, overwhelming.
Yeah, like this massive fire you have to find. It can be paralyzing if you don't feel it.
Curiosity, though, is gentler, more playful.
Lower stakes, less demanding.
And it's always accessible, isn't it? It just asks you to notice what genuinely interests you right now.
Right. Following those little threads. Maybe it's learning about something random like bird migration or trying a recipe.
Or feeling that little pull towards a creative project, even a small one.
It's about being present with what sparks your interest. And that's very mindful, isn't it?
Absolutely. Noticing without judgment. It lets you bypass the inner critic for a bit.
Try things out without the pressure of it having to be the passion.
And those small steps, following curiosity, they build momentum. They can lead you somewhere unexpected.
Which might eventually become a passion, but developed more organically.
Exactly. Built on a foundation, not just chased.
Okay, let's talk about the big one. Fear. The shadow that follows creativity around.
Seems unavoidable, doesn't it? Putting yourself out there. Fear of criticism, failure.
Gilbert has such a practical take on it. She doesn't say, get rid of fear.
Because you probably can't, right?
Right. It's more about changing your relationship with it. Acknowledge it's there.
But don't let it drive the car.
Exactly. That road trip analogy is perfect. Fear's in the back seat. It can shout. It can complain.
But it doesn't get the map or the steering wheel.
She has that great line, fear, you can come along, but you don't get a vote.
It's so direct, so empowering.
And the practical side is just notice the fear, acknowledge it, maybe even nod to it.
And then do the thing anyway. Consciously choose to proceed.
Okay, another concept that feels really liberating is about genius. That pressure to be brilliant, original.
Ugh, yes. That can stop you before you even start. The need for radical innovation.
Gilbert looks at the history of the word genius. Apparently, it wasn't always seen as something inside a person.
Really? How so?
More like an external spirit, like a muse, something that visited people.
Ah, so the inspiration comes through you, not just from you.
Right. So your job isn't to be a genius.
It's to be a good host.
Exactly. Be receptive, be open when that creative spirit, that genius, shows up.
That takes so much pressure off, doesn't it?
Totally. You don't have to constantly prove your brilliance.
You just need to show up, be available for the visit.
It frees you from that constant self-doubt, that need for perfection. Just be open.
And that links back to curiosity, too. By engaging with what interests you, you're kind of making yourself a more welcoming place for inspiration to land.
Good point. Okay, finally, let's talk about what Gilbert says is the real magic.
Which is?
Persistence. Just doing the work.
Ah, so not waiting for lightning to strike.
Definitely not. This kind of busts that myth of the effortless artist waiting for the muse.
It's about discipline, then. Consistent effort.
Yeah, she says it's crucial. It's not about waiting until you feel creative. It's about having a practice.
Like meditating or even brushing your teeth, as she says.
You just do it. It's a commitment.
You show up regularly, like training a muscle.
And doing that, consistently showing up, even for short periods, it builds trust with your creative self.
Signals that it's a priority.
And it helps those little sparks you get actually grow into something more real.
It demonstrates commitment,
Yeah.
which encourages more ideas to flow, maybe.
That's the idea. Okay, so we've covered a lot. How can people listening start putting some of this into practice?
Right, actionable takeaways.
First, let's do a curiosity quest.
Oh, okay, sounds fun. Low stakes.
Just identify one thing right now that sparks even a tiny bit of curiosity. Anything.
Doesn't have to be profound.
Not at all. Then grab a notebook or a screen, whatever, and just spend 10 minutes exploring it.
No pressure, no judgment.
Just follow the thoughts, see where it leads, maybe check back in at the end of the week, see what happened.
It's about reconnecting with that playful exploration.
Exactly. Okay, next, fear's permission slip.
Dealing with that backseat driver.
So when you feel that doubt or anxiety starting up about something creative,
Write it down.
yeah, like a little note. Dear fear, I see you. Thanks for sharing. I'm doing it anyway. Something like that.
Acknowledge it, but state your intention clearly.
And then, this is key, take one tiny step forward, open the document, make the call, sketch the line.
Just one small action.
That act of moving forward despite the fear can really break its hold. It builds momentum.
Diminishes the fear's power a bit.
Okay, last one. Creative rituals. Building that persistence muscle.
This is about consistency.
Doesn't have to be huge.
Yeah.
Maybe just 15 minutes once a week. Same time, same place if possible.
Block it out for writing, drawing, music, whatever calls to you.
The regularity is the important part. You're signaling that you're making space for creativity.
Gilbert says magic likes a schedule, right?
Something like that. And these small rituals, they add up. They normalize creating.
Makes it less about waiting for inspiration, more about just doing the work.
So wrapping this up, the core message from Big Magic really is, well, that creativity isn't some luxury.
It's fundamental, part of being human.
It's a way we find meaning, find joy. This book, it's not just theory, it's a tool.
A guide to look inside and find the courage and wonder that's already there.
Yeah. And yes, fear is part of the journey. We've seen that.
But the journey itself, bringing ideas into the world, is so worth it.
So the final thought for you listening is this. What's that idea? The one you've kept on the shelf.
The one that keeps nudging you, patiently waiting.
Maybe today's the day you say yes to it. Just embrace it. Take that first tiny step.
See where it leads. Allow yourself to be surprised.
Trust that inner voice, that curiosity. Give yourself permission to explore.
Without that heavy burden of judgment.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive today.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
If any of this resonated, maybe share it with someone else who could use a little creative nudge.
And definitely check out Big Magic if you haven't already. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it too.
Absolutely. And please subscribe so you catch our future deep dives on mindfulness, growth, and finding inspiration.
Until next time.
Until next time, breathe deep, create boldly, and trust in your own big magic.